Climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. So it looks like as if things could not be worse on YouTube. Yeah, things continue to get worse and worse, sadly. This is coming from The Verge. Vox, please don't copyright strike me. I mean, I'm sourcing in your article for crying out loud, but oh well. Anyways, YouTubers fear looming adpocalypse as child exploitation controversy. The fifth adpocalypse wave is on the horizon. So it's the fifth one? The second one? You know what? I'm just going to call it YouTube Adpocalypse 2019. Let's just call it that. Okay, so for the record, I don't like throwing shade at fellow content creators or streamers, big or small. I just want to get that out of the way right now. And if there's YouTubers or content creators I happen to not like, I usually will not go through the trouble of A, mentioning them by name or making a video about them. And if I do make a video that happens to have a content creator or content creators I don't like for whatever rhyme or reason, I try my best to not throw the shade, but sometimes it happens. Now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to this article. I'm not going to read over all of it. Once again, link below in the description section. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this article because this article ties in all the articles that Verge has published related to Adpocalypse 2019. I don't know if it's Adpocalypse 2 or 5. Depends on who you ask. So I think it's easier just to call it Adpocalypse 2019, like I said a moment ago. YouTube creators are worried about a catastrophic drop in ad revenue that may be upon them following new controversy over YouTube's inability to curb predatory behavior on content featuring young children. Now, I don't always agree with him, and like I said, I'm not in the habit of throwing any sort of salt or shade or drama towards any other content creator out there, big or small, most of the time. But I'll give credit to Keemstar for what he's done here in going after this so-called crusader that has either intentionally or unintentionally caused a new adpocalypse to transpire. And here's what Keemstar had to say, quote, "I'm not reporting the story because it negatively affects the whole YouTube community. We don't need another adpocalypse. What I have done behind the scenes, though, is reach out to my YouTube contacts, showing them the video, and my team is showing them content to take down. This is not just about me. This is about all my friends, big and small creators. I'm not reporting something that's going to affect their livelihoods. Instead, I'm going to work privately behind the scenes with YouTube to get this content taken down." So the controversy sparked after a video published on February 18th by this individual right there, that guy, who was exposing bad actors, pedophiles, re-uploading or finding videos of young children and using the comment section to talk about kids' bodies or timestamp certain parts of the video to sexualize them. The video landed on the front page of Reddit for hours, and he asked viewers to reach out to companies whose ads appeared on the videos. And YouTube responded to the video stating that although these videos make up a fraction of the percent of videos that violate YouTube's guidelines, it's an issue the company takes seriously. Companies are already pulling ads in response. For example, the Fortnite developer Epic Games has removed all pre-roll ads from YouTube in light of learning that its ads were playing on some of the videos discovered by the YouTuber in question. Other companies have asked YouTube to investigate the situation and work in with independent third parties on their own to investigate into what happened and could end up pulling their ads. While YouTube has tried to make advertisers more aware of their ads that are being placed, it's clear that major corporations are concerned and frustrated by where their ads are appearing and the possibility of an even bigger scandal. If enough companies do this, it could have serious implications for everyday YouTube creators, big or small. The result is something the creator community refers to as the adpocalypse, a term that originated within the creator community back in 2016. And obviously, we had issues in 2017 and so on. So anyways, Keemstar did, once again, a very good job covering this story. And he also exposed this guy's other channel, showing that he's nothing more than a hypocrite while out there trying to crusade and be about the children. You know, one of his other channels, apparently, allegedly, he's obviously hitting on females, women that might or might not be underage in order to be in some sort of porn video he was maybe or maybe not going to make. I didn't watch the videos. It's third hand. I didn't want to watch the videos, and to be honest, I'm not going to. I will say this, though. I am completely against pedophiles, sexual predators, and I do find it disgusting and sick as well as horrifying that they're getting their jollies on videos that are posted on YouTube. And I'm sure a lot of those videos being posted that happen to have children in it are innocent. It could be family videos or something else entirely that they're getting thrills out of, and they're letting others know about it, and they're timestamping. And for the record, if there's content creators out there or streamers that happen to have videos with kids in it, then be mindful of any weird timestamps or comments appearing in your videos. So just keep an eye on that. And like I said, there's plenty of other articles that have posted regarding this particular topic. Let's see, the most recent one, YouTube says it's not restricting ads based on creators' comment section. That was one of the fears, that channels were going to get demonetized because of a whole abundance of timestamps or weird shit being posted in the comment section. And for the record, I do check my comment section on a very regular basis. I keep that garden as weed-free as possible, and I encourage other content creators and streamers to do the same thing. You do have the ability to put censored words in to be automatically held for review, and I would just advise you to do your job, big or small, to make sure that weird shenanigans don't transpire in your comment section. I realize there's content creators that believe in free speech, and they don't want to do something like that because of their moral point of view on the subject. Well, every YouTube channel is going to be ran differently. Mine is, if you are saying anything offensive or questionable, trollish, or just sick and weird, yeah, I'm going to remove your comments, and there's a very real possibility I'm going to prevent you from being able to leave any more comments on my videos. So that's what I would advise other content creators to do. So you had AT&T pulled their ads from YouTube. YouTube is aggressively approaching solutions. They're doing their best, and I don't always defend YouTube. YouTube terminates more than 400 channels following child exploitation controversy. Disney reportedly pulls ad from YouTube. YouTube fears looming apocalypse. So this is getting worse and worse. So it looks like Adpocalypse 2019 is in fact upon us, which is going to make it even worse and more dire for content creators and streamers out there. And I hope that YouTube finds ways of making it more difficult for these predators. It's, I'm guessing, a very difficult task because of how big YouTube is, the fact that you have at least millions upon millions of people watching content every day, leaving comments, as well as innocent timestamps. That happens all the time. And the fact is there's new content and new streams going up all the time. So it's difficult to be able to try and curtail this. And that's why I say it's up to each content creator, each streamer, to take action on their own channels. And maybe have their mods help out as well, or their most loyal viewers. Just keep an eye on things. Make sure that your garden stays as weed-free as possible. I guess that's what we have to do. We have to police ourselves. And it's sad that we are losing more ads, because I do know a lot of content creators are dependent on that ad revenue in order to survive. And as it becomes more difficult for them to earn money ad revenue wise, and more restrictions come up in response to this, then you could end up having a lot more content creators that did nothing wrong, that has followed the rules, have done their absolute best to make sure their content never gets demonetized or copyright claimed or striked, they're going to get punished for this. And the majority had nothing to do with this. Caught in the crossfires once again. And it would have been one thing if this crusader, who I applaud for bringing this to attention, would have simply stopped there and said, we as a community have to do something about it. If it would have been a call to action by the community to do this, then that would have been good. Because it would show everyone that content creators and streamers actually care. But to take it a step further and go directly after the ads, the people out there, the companies, corporations that are now pulling their ads from YouTube, affecting big and small content creators and streamers, and the fact that this guy, up until now, was relatively a nobody on YouTube, similar to me. But the difference is, despite the fact that none of my channels have ever been quote-unquote successful, and I've yet to make it big on YouTube, I would never destroy my own platform. I love YouTube. I've been watching YouTube videos almost since, probably not since day one, but all the way back to the late 2000s. I mean, my first channels were back then. I had a shitposting channel where I post silly, fun little machinimas. And then I have the political channel, which is almost 10 years old. And my gaming channel, which is coming up on almost 5 years old next month. Even if I never make it big as a content creator, I respect this platform, warts and all, flaws and all. And even though I am a content creator and streamer, I'm also a viewer and a subscriber. I enjoy watching other people's content and other people's streams. Some of them are actually my friends. And I take this personally, not just because it potentially affects me, it affects other content creators, channels, big and small out there, financially. And one of the smartest comments that's been circulated around is, well, go get a job. Well, a lot of content creators, this has become their job. They got good. They developed a large enough subscriber base and following. And obviously the content they make was good enough to merit them being self-sufficient, being able to make something out of a passion. And that's what most people should do. If you have a particular interest in your life, even if it has nothing to do with streaming or content creating, say you want to be a doctor because you're fascinated by biology, or you're into engineering, or you want to be an architect, or something else along that lines, or you want to do a pursuit in history because you're fascinated by history and you want to be a history teacher one day, or you want to do history documentaries or write history books, then you should pursue your passions. And I would venture to guess that the majority of live streamers and content creators on YouTube started this off, just like everyone else, as a passion, as an interest, no matter what that particular content on their channel happens to be. And good for them if they're successful, if they have enough subscribers, and if they're making enough money through ad revenue and other means, through donations and members, as well as merchandising and Patreon or Subscribestar or PayPal. Good for them if they're making money. I have nothing but praise for other content creators out there that have made it. The point is, I would never do anything to harm this platform, despite the issues I may have with YouTube, some of the choices that Google has made, and even some of the larger content creators who clickbait, who do very questionable things in order to gain viewers and subscribers that I frown upon. I would never do anything that would hurt the YouTube community as a whole. And that really doesn't matter what becomes of me personally as a content creator and streamer. Whether or not I remain a smaller channel or maybe somewhere down the road, I blow up and I become a bigger channel. Maybe not huge, but maybe big enough to feel like I actually had some sort of success on YouTube. But at the same time, I love this platform, and despite its flaws, for the most part, I like to consider myself loyal to it, And I am proud to be part of the YouTube community because there's a lot of great content creators and streamers out there making fantastic stuff. Some of it entertaining, some of it funny and silly. A lot of knowledge is out there as well. And I hate the fact that things occur that hurt our platform, as well as content creators and streamers who are generally probably good people and are loved by their viewers, subscribers, fans, members, and are doing the best they can to survive while doing something that they love. And sadly, I feel like a new apocalypse, which seems pretty obvious, could very well doom a lot of those content creators and streamers that are struggling to survive. But at the same time, we do have to do our part in order to protect our viewers, our subscribers, our fans from predators. So it's a delicate balance. Protecting the community, the viewers, subscribers, content creators, streamers, fans, all of us as a whole make up YouTube. And it feels like lately we're just getting attacked from all sides. And sadly, companies, out of fear, pulling their ads from YouTube, having a negative effect on many content creators and streamers, big and small, isn't going to solve the other problem, but it is going to make things worse for a whole bunch of content creators and streamers that are struggling to keep themselves on the platform.